Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute spring/Easter basket, even a May Day basket. We're using the Mosaic Mood Specialty Designer Series paper. Hopefully you can see the shine on that paper. Paired with the Braided Border Punch, which I absolutely love for the basket handle. And then this sentiment comes from the Full of Happiness stamp set. I love the phrase, "You always brighten my day." Now this is not a new basket style. I've seen this many times before. I'm not sure who to give credit to originally, but it's a really easy basket to make from a square sheet of Designer Series paper. In this version, all I used was a 6" by 6" piece, but you can use any square piece, and it's really easy to figure out what the dimensions are to put it together. There's no cutting or scoring to create this little basket, which I love, so let me show you how easy this is to make. We're starting with a 6" by 6" square piece of the Mosaic Mood Specialty Designer Series paper. I just love the shine on this paper. And we're simply going to score this at 2 inches on all 4 sides. Now the rule of thumb in figuring out what that scoring dimension is you take 1/3 of the size of your cardstock or Designer Series paper. So since this is 6 inches, 1/3 of that is 2 inches, and that's what we scored on all 4 sides. A 12 by 12" piece for a much larger basket, you would do a score line at 4 inches all the way around, and so on and so forth. Next, I'm going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. And then I'm bringing in a template for reference. So these are those 2" score lines that we did all the way across our paper. And you can certainly use your paper trimmer or a diagonal scoring board to do these diagonals, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to do these by hand. So with the back side of the paper showing, I'm going to fold on just the first score line from the right. And then I'm going to put my bone folder right here in the corner. We've got a score line here, and then we've got our folded edge here. What we want to do is meet up this score line with this folded edge, and you can either put a fingernail there or the tip of your bone folder, and I'll show you from the side in just a minute. So again, we took this score line and lined it up with this scored edge like so, and that's going to automatically create this diagonal line. So I'm going to continue to do that all the way around. Like so. So we fold them all in like that. Really, really easy. Then I'm going to take an 1/8 inch circle punch or hole punch. This is retired from Stampin' Up, but it's a typical sized hole punch. And I'm going to punch a hole in each of the 4 corners, about 1/8 to 1/4 inch in from the corner, and I'm going to try to punch right on the score line. We'll do that in all 4 corners. There we go. Next, I'm going to bring in the Crushed Curry crinkled seam binding ribbon, and I'm going to feed this off the roll here. I'm going to do this in a little bit of like a zigzag shape. So I'm going to feed it through this lower right hole punch, then through the upper left hole punch. Then I'm going to bring it around the outside and through the upper right hole punch, and then back through the lower left hole punch. So see that we went through this, through that, around, through this, through that. So kind of this zigzag. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull this a little bit tighter. I want to make sure I've got enough ribbon here. Then we can tighten that ribbon and tie a bow. I really love working with the seam binding ribbon to tie a bow. And we'll just tie it right off the spool. Like so. I love how that comes together. You can kind of pinch on these if you want these to curl out a little bit, or even run your fingers along the edges. But this would be a perfect little basket to hold jelly beans or any kind of fun, quick and easy treat. Would be really cute for the dinner table. Let's go ahead and work on the basket handle. I've got the Braided Border Punch, which I absolutely love this punch. You can get it bundled with the beautifully braided stamp set. We're actually not using the set today, but it's a great stamp to get with the border punch. And I've just got a piece of terracotta tile cardstock, and we're going to punch this right along the 11-inch end. So we'll end up with an 11-inch braided border. The way I like to start this is I like to punch from the back side just for that first punch. And I'm lining up the edge of my cardstock right there at the edge of the punch. And we'll punch all those pieces out. Then I'm going to do the rest of the punching from the front side of the hole punch because it's got this handy dandy paint guide here, so you can line up the braid perfectly for the next punch. Now what I like to do is I'm sliding it from right to left, and I'm going to slide this to where I see this edge right here, but then I'm going to take a step back and make sure that this braid is perfectly lined up with the paint on the punch. The other key is you want to make sure that this edge is butted up to that little guide there. And then we'll slide it through. Again, I kind of bring it out just to see that edge, slide it back, and then so on and so forth until you punch all the way down. And there you go. I've got just a little bit of paper at the end. I'm just going to trim that off. And there is our 11-inch braided basket handle. Next with the handle, I'm just going to gently use my thumb and bone folder to start to curl the cardstock. There we go. And then I'm just going to eyeball this. We're going to glue it to the outside, but I just want to see about how far I want to go with the glue. And I'm just going to use multi-purpose liquid glue here. I'm just going to lightly put glue on the back side of the ribbon handle. All right, then make sure that you're putting this on the right side based on where you've tied your bow. And then we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Oh, that's looking so cute. I love that little basket handle. Next, we're going to stamp the sentiment in terracotta tile onto Very Vanilla. And then using the Big Shot, we're going to cut this out using the layering circles framelits. This is the second smallest of the layering circles. And then I'm going to cut a scallop circle out of terracotta tile. This is the third smallest of the scallop circles. And then finally, using my 1.5-inch circle punch, I'm going to punch out a circle from Garden Green. And I'm going to layer all three of these together with liquid glue. Then we'll pop that up on a trio of dimensionals. And then the final piece of bling will be a little gilded gem from the Gilded Gems available in the upcoming Ornate Garden product suite, which is now only available to demonstrators and those purchasing the starter kit, but it'll be available to customers on April 1st of 2020. I just love that gold paired with all these colors. So there is our super fun spring/Easter/May Day basket, perfect for putting little treats in. A great little project to do with your kids if they're home for an extended period of time right now. It would be really fun to drop one of these filled with some treats on your neighbor's porch these days. And I just love how they turned out. You can change this up for so many different occasions, and I love that about 3D projects. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell icon so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me, thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. And if you don't want to miss a thing, you can subscribe to receive my blog updates via email, and you'll get an email every time I post. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you're interested in a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, the starter kit is the ultimate bundle, and it's a great way to get your wish list for less. I'd love to welcome you to my team of Paper Pixies. You can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like a complimentary copy of one of our catalogs, you can order catalogs through me at thepaperpixie.com/catalogs. And if you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.